You healed, you prayed, you showed up, yet the bank balance hasn't moved. Why? Because you are still working from chapter 1 hustle provision, and the universe is waiting for you to truly cross over into your chapter 2. This is not a sign of failure, it is the financial crucifixion. It is the incubation phase where chapter 1 old patterns are fully dismantled before your true abundance can structurally enter. You are being forged. You're not failing. The delay is the blueprint alignment, as your belief in your worth is necessary before the external evidence appears. Blessing chosen one, I am the crown oracle. Stay to the end of this short transmission from Spirit for you, because what you are about to hear is the key to unlocking the door that has been locked so far. I still, presently, my lower self is still experiencing some effects from the fluid in my lungs, so I am presently navigating how to be able to speak without coughing. And the fluid in my lungs has created some throat clearing. Of course, sensation like it's difficulty to be able to speak as easily and just pressure in the chest. So that is the reason why I've been working up to recording. But let me get into it. So listen closely. For this is a transmission that shifts your frequency from scarcity to sovereignty. Because the spiritual lie they program us to believe was that the delay is a sign of your unworthiness. They taught you that if the bag is empty, only faith the size of a mustard seed is necessary. Then, from only given small faith, which systems know is not always adequate to move mountains, you're giving the least small faith, mustard seed faith, expecting it to move mountain. That's almost like going to work one day out of the week and expecting your employer to give you a full week's salary. The systems out there make you believe that empty account means that source has abandoned you. Yet, the silence you feel is not the absence of God. It is the presence of the preparation, ensuring that when the money arrives, it's not from chapter 1 false starts. False starts where you had many things look like it was going to happen, kind of like, when a firework, you light a firework and you expect it to, you know, travel great distance above and beyond, and it just, you know, um, fizzles out before even going off. So this is ensuring that when the money arrives, it's not from chapter 1 false starts where you experience seasons of drought. It's so you are ready to hold whatever it is you receive without self-sabotaging. This ascension is preceded by this silence because your internal capacity is aligning with the external opportunities you are manifesting. They want you to believe that if you prayed enough, the money would fall from the sky without taking the appropriate steps to align you. So you would continue to live from the hustle mentality or be at the mercy of impure beings with connections needing status or to take misaligned action to obtain it. Then, without you seeing the evidence of what they led you to believe, you turn around to curse God. When at pivotal times when money in this society becomes necessary and you see no evidence of this money, their intention is for you to ask the question, what God? Where's God when I need God? It is their intention for you to reject your source. But that is the programmed abundance block that keeps you trapped, living in chapter 1 trauma and begging for a handout that was never coming. These are traps designed to make you doubt your divine alignment, make you panic in quiet defeat, as in to have this great expectation of the illusion they try to sell you. This is why people refer to as burst your bubble. They give you this great build up from all the preconditioning and the programming from childhood, the religious teachings, and there are great illusions that are sold to us. And then when you form your beliefs by these things that they've programmed us to believe, and that we've seen modeled throughout society, in our families, in our environment growing up. And when we form our belief system and our mindset and our expectation on these things that they've sold us and we haven't seen them materialize, this is when we decide, WTF, what God, right? Not recognizing that this is the illusion they sold us. And when we unknowingly make our choices and decisions from these traps that they set for us to fall in, not fully and clearly understanding as chosen ones, this is how we've been programmed to bury our own royalty, our own royal status. This is how where they program you to only see to only have the 1% in the world, right? Barely a 2%, because the majority of us being sold into these mindset traps that we in turn give away our kingdom, our crowns, our royalty, our inheritance, unknowing that these are false information fed to us for us to give away our kingdom. So those are the program blocks, program traps, living in chapter 1 trauma and begging for handout and not seeing the help that we think is supposed to be coming, not understanding that you are the creator of your own universe. You are the era you have been waiting for, but they program you out of knowing that you are that superman, that superwoman. These are traps designed to make you doubt your divine alignment, make you panic in quiet defeat. It is the lie that says you must struggle in this system to be worthy. The crown oracle truth is that the empty bag is not a void, it is a womb. And when I say womb, it's not just woman that has womb, because you're giving birth to something, whether you're male or female, it's in the womb. Call it the womb of the universe if you wish. It is necessary to become the vessel that will hold your blessing. The old version of you died at the cross of your financial dependence, but the one you are unfolding into is being woven in the stillness of alignment, in the wait. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt from your contracted blueprint, just like the seed that must lay still in the dark before it breaks the soil. You are unfolding from your crucifixion to your ascension. The money is not coming because you ask. It is coming because you are. You have become the frequency of abundance. When you become the frequency of abundance, and the money is just the echo, as in you are it. Tag, you are it. For chosen ones, the generational cycle breakers, you see beyond the shadows and into the tomb of preparation. Be not confused by your unfolding. Even when you're in the tomb, it is necessary for you to shift yet from alignment. So your metamorphosis is complete. So what I'm saying, it is necessary for you to shift is to understand what is going on. When you see, it's not just about reaction and reacting in the moment when your situation seems like the bottomless pit or there's no way out. Even when you're in the tomb, right? You are able to remain in alignment, as in trusting God, trusting so continue to take action. And from this alignment, even though you shifting is understanding that, listen, um, even if I should walk through the valley of the shadow, I will continue to fear and proceed, keeping in mind that the goal is still there. So your metamorphosis is complete. Keep on being in alignment. If you are ready to tap into your abundance blueprint, type align in the comments. Hit subscribe and join your crown tribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss these transmissions from Spirit for you. In Chapter 1, the Earth School Lesson Plan, everything is built around surviving the crucifixion of the wallet. It comes with training you with stress, the confusion and deep frustration of wondering if you are truly aligned and wondering what more is expected of you to reap what is already yours. The financial silence is the final test of exiting Chapter 1. It was the moment you had to maintain the Delulu faith, understanding there might be purging, so things might leave you, but even if you should walk through the valley of the shadow, you fear not. It is the moment you trust the unseen of the unfolding. The lesson was not to get the money. It is already yours by birthright, but to become the person who can hold it from this form of to hold, if to become the person who can hold this form of abundance, right? So the lesson was not to just get money because it's already yours by birthright. It is to become the person who can hold this form of abundance. So you are already born with full capacity of everything you could ever experience in any lifetime, right? But you're programmed out of this capacity. It's almost like there's empty space that you are unaware of, or you fill with things that don't belong because you're unaware of just how much potential or how many different ways you're able to use that space at the moment. So it's not that that space does not exist. The capacity is there, but you might be unaware of it in this moment. So for you to step into this capacity and allow access to it, first it begins with awareness, you being aware that this exists, and you connect to that part of you. So this way you are locked into the frequency. Up to now, if you had money, things would show up, so you lose the money because the vessel was not ready. This is how the false starts come in. It's not there for you. Is you gain momentum and something happened. The delay was the protection of your future. In chapter 2, alignment with your birthright blueprint, your blessings, when you surrender to source. You see the practical and the strategic application of cycles in the belly of the whale and the 3 days in the tomb. You reflect, then you shift. Anyone can choose to shift instantly, end or begin a new habit in 3 days. The path to your abundant life becomes clearer, and the delay, even if it ever did exist, no longer has power to hurt you because the silence has already served you. Now, the money flows not as a chase, but as a consequence. You do not run to catch it, it runs to find you. Law of correspondence in motion. This is the life of chapter 2, where the bag is full because the soul is full. Many bypassers will stay lifetime going through society's catalog of the different earthly ways to gain wealth, from sucking up misaligned alliances to perpetual hustling, looping through masks, explaining their many assigned identities and roles, why they choose man as their savior and provider. But a real chosen one, even from within the tomb, accepts what they are carrying in the womb. It is preparation for their financial resurrection. You choose to stay living in hell, relying on man as your savior, or to trust God, the source, molding you, the creator, where your abundance is unfolding from your blueprint alignment. You're standing at the edge of your abundance, chosen one. You're doing your part. When you heal the hurt, pain, and trauma, you show up with faith. But the bank account remains empty and the door appears shut. You are en route to the delivery room of your new reality, reconnecting to the blueprint of your wealth. Just like planting seed or cooking requires time from germination or preparation to harvest. Do not mistake the wait for the end. Give yourself grace. This is the moment where the faith gap is bridged by your soul. You are not stuck. You are being strengthened to match the capacity you are, but about to hold with permanence, right? So you're not stuck. You're being recalibrated, reset to match the capacity of the you that you are. So you have the spiritual, in the spirit and in the flesh, able to match the capacity of you, the being that you are. So whatever shows up for you, you're able to hold it with permanence. No more false starts. You're able to live in the momentum, in the frequency of whatever you set out, abundance flows to you. It's almost like driving a vehicle or planning a trip. The trip requires you to get from destination A to destination B. In the past, you started a trip and you may have gotten through some leg of the journey, but you did not get to destination B. This is to ensure that not only do you get from destination A to B, but not on a one time, but whenever you lock into the frequency that this is what I'd like to manifest, and you put the action towards it, it will flow. So you'll be able to hold it with permanence. You might not be the first to have access to wealth in your lineage, but you are the first to access it through the crown, through the silence of the tomb, from the belly of the whale, trusting source, not as society's soul selling hustler, but as kingdom royalty. Your ancestors are applauding you now as you step into your ascension, where living from freedom is living from your kingdom. None before you did or saw why it's necessary, but you did it. You healed, you prayed, you showed up, and you're the one who rose. It is necessary to remind you you are never alone. I too walk this path, live the same experience. This is not your fault, as they precondition us from childhood, disconnecting us, royals, from our blueprint with using unworthiness. Remember who you are, chosen ones. You are worthy. Your kingdom awaits. Let's reign together, Crown Tribe. Namaste.